We've talked many times about how in Iran there is a total disconnection between the views of the average Iranian person and the views espoused by the Iranian regime, where the average Iranian is very moderate, as Lewis and I have discussed many times. Lewis's father, of course, from Iran. The regime would make one think that the entire country maybe has much more extreme views. Without making any specific connections between the Iranian regime and the Catholic Church, we now have some information that there may be a very similar dynamic within the Catholic Church. There's a study from the Pew Research Center which shows that most Catholics in the United States do not agree with the church on homosexuality, on contraception, on any other number of social issues. So this is based on a study from the Pew Research Center. The church, of course, teaches that abortion, contraception, homosexual activity are all wrong. However, a majority of American Catholics simply don't agree. So let's look at the numbers. The poll was conducted in March, just after the election of Pope Francis. And it found that 3/4 of U.S. Catholics, 76%, say the church should permit birth control. Half, about 54% of American Catholics favor same-sex marriage, and only a third say that homosexual behavior is a sin. Views on abortion are a little bit more mixed, but still 53% of white Catholics say abortion should be legal in all or most cases. And among Hispanic Catholics, 43% say it should be legal in all or most cases. This, Lewis, to me, signals not that there has been really any significant shift from the Catholic Church on these positions, even though we've heard any number of comments from Pope Francis about this now. It really seems to be more that the church has to be realizing that they are just going to lose, I don't know if constituents is the right word, followers or call them what you will. And that the issue really to me is, are even these numbers already skewed by the fact that people who are, for the purposes of the survey, identifying as Catholic, not even really Catholic at this point, and only saying they're Catholic because their parents were Catholic?
Right. I think there are lots of people in this country who will identify as Catholic or Christian or what have you, even though they do not practice the religion at all. But assuming that these numbers are correct and that these are practicing Catholics, I think what you're seeing here is that when these taboo subjects from the church become cultural norms or just culturally accepted, they will be looked at favorably by the general population, despite the church's views. And I think that's just slowly over time what has been happening.
And then the question becomes, do you need to, could the church even continue to exist if it became so progressive as a response to public opinion? Or would the church just kind of disappear? Would it become obsolete, for lack of a better term? I don't know how soon we'll find that out, but we're certainly seeing an interesting movement that brings up these questions.